Alright guys, welcome back. Central Florida Prepper here. Today, got a few topics to go over. I've been up the last couple of days binge watching on one of my favorite prepper channels. Most of y'all probably already know who I'm talking about, as far as this individual has been out there working with a prepper YouTube channels there, and that is Canadian Prepper. For those who have never heard of Canadian Prepper, definitely go check him out. I'll pop up a link for you. I was sitting there watching the collapse series he has. This dude's been doing this for several years now. Got great footage. It's very well spoken, full of knowledge and information. So yeah, guys, if y'all have never heard of Canadian Prepper, go check him out. You won't regret it, okay? There's a lot of great information there. He has this ability he'll give you scenarios, things like that, and he makes you think about what you're going to do in these type of situations. He doesn't berate people, belittle them, things like that. Real smart. He just recently did a kayak trip with another great YouTuber, Survival Lily. She does a lot of bushcraft survival stuff like that. I've only been following her for probably about a year and a half, I guess. But yeah, another great channel. Anyway, they had done a outdoors excursion basically, and it was pretty good. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that he actually does put out for YouTube, so definitely go check him out. Now, one of the topics I want to discuss, because this actually had me, after binge watching his videos again, and I will watch them all the time over and over again, is definitely collapse here in the United States. Makes me wonder about a lot of things. One is definitely an economic collapse. You know, we've got a lot of stuff going on right now with China as far as world economics, and we have seen in the past, you know, in the last 6-7 months, where other countries have been purchasing a large amount of gold. Now, the rule is, I'm not an economist by all means. I didn't get my master's in economics like hashtag AOC. You know, I've just never been a bartender. But to finance a world currency, you have to have something backing it up, and one of the main ones is gold. So now China's doing the things it's doing with their currency, and the ripple effect that it's going to be having on our economy here is going to be pretty devastating if this goes through. I always want to point out Venezuela, because this is the closest shtf scenario that we can actually see in our day and time. You know, a lot of people back in the Great Depression days, they went through shit hits the fan. All right, now these people are suffering big time. Okay, food, inflation. I mean, they're going through it, and a lot of people think that it can't happen here in America. It can. Okay, we have seen and still seeing shortages in our own stores here in America, with our canned goods, things like that. I have gotten reports from other states that say they have not noticed any shortages, but the majority of the emails and photos that I've been sent outweigh the non-shortage areas. I'm getting more photos and confirmation from other subscribers in different states, different cities. There's more shortages than there are not shortages. So definitely something to think about, and it's just one of the general rules of prepping. You want to prep food, okay? Real quick, in the past I've talked about Mountain House, things like that, and I said that we don't have a year's supply of Mountain House. You know, it's just too expensive. I've always said to buy your normal foods first and get 1 to 2 years of normal food, canned goods, flour, dried rice, dried beans, things like that, before you start getting into the high dollar survival long shelf life foods. And also I use Augusta Farms. I like their product. But I want to cover something real quick on your bug out bags. Mountain House and products like Mountain House is actually very great to purchase and put in your bug out bag. Okay, I can take the same amount of calories that I get from a few bags of Mountain House. Oh, let's just say a couple of days. Let's say, all right, my pack's set up for 5 days to my next refill spot for supplies. 5 days worth of canned goods outweighs 5 days supply of Mountain House. Yes, Mountain House is expensive, but for bug out bags, get home bags, things like that, yeah, I would definitely recommend everyone, purchasing some of those type of foods, because they last 25 years. You're not actually buying a whole year's supply. So yeah, it is pricey, but for the short term, bug out and stuff like that, it takes a lot of weight off your pack. Okay. Now, if you have the means to buy year's supply of Mountain House, things like that, hey, go right ahead. That's great. I'm not in that position. After my thoughts on this, anyway, this is what we do here. After reaching year and a half, 2 year supply of normal stock rotation food, then yeah, we start buying more and more of the Augusta Farms and Mountain House products, because they've got a longer shelf life. Most of our canned goods, the best by date ranges between 2 to 5 years. Some of the products have a best by date of 5 years, but most of the products that we do have has a best by date of 2 to 3 years. So with that in mind, we can expand to a 2 year spot on our canned goods, and then go further with the Mountain House and Augusta Farms. So I just wanted to bring that by. I know I've talked about that in the past. I might also bring about prepping communities. Okay, I just recently, I'm not going to get into the whole YouTube drama with it. This channel is for prepping. I try to bring news when I come across news for y'all, especially when I think it concerns preppers. Recently, some things going on, YouTube drama, like I said, and still it's the lone wolf prepper and community prepper. Now, I've never said a person cannot be a lone wolf prepper. I was a lone wolf prepper for many years. Having a community backing you up adds more to security, adds more to medical, things like that. There's a lot of good aspects with it. I'm not saying you can't be a lone wolf prepper, but the thought of being Rambo, that's for the movies. Okay, that's where the BS gets called out. Alright, now if you can lone wolf prep your butt out of the cities and away from population, and be shacked up somewhere where you are nice and safe, hey, you're golden. Alright, but if you have marauders, and I'm not talking about a couple guys, I'm talking about you got a group. Let's say you got a squad coming at you, 10, 12 people that know where you are. You live alone. Just because you have firearms does not guarantee your safety. Just because you have body armor does not guarantee your safety. Putting myself in the mindset of a marauder, and I have pinpointed your location. I have good suspicion that you have food, supplies, things like that, and you're alone. Alright, so I can't wait you out because you got supplies. I might have my own supplies, okay, but as marauders, they will constantly try to get more and more. Alright, so you have to sleep out some point in time. I've already discussed the walls of homes. A bullet will travel through multiple walls of a home. If you got 10, 12 guys surrounded in a home, it's easy to make a 200-yard shot. 10, 12 guys watching windows, doorways, you're in your home. Alright, unless you're going to be sitting in a concrete sandbagged up bunker in your house, you are still at risk. Okay? When you move from room to room, you become a target through these windows, things like that. So yeah, the whole lone wolf, and you know, I'm not talking bad about prepping lone wolf. I'm just saying the survival chances is really freaking low. Okay, when you have people after you, your survival chance is low. Alright, the only thing you can do is keep moving. Alright, well, eventually you have to sleep. The more you move, the more people see you, the more you are on other people's radar. So, yeah, I know some people get upset when I get into the lone wolf thing. And again, I'm not saying you can't be a lone wolf. I'm just saying there's a lot of dangers involved with that. Now, for community, you've got backup. Okay, you have other people that have been training with you. You have other people with medical skills. Let's say you get shot. Let's say you get shot in the back. Low spot, somewhere that you cannot reach to stitch up or remove your bullet. Be nice to have a medical team in your group, a trauma team to help patch you up. A lone wolf prepper, let's say you get to a bullet hole, there's a bullet lodged in you, and you got to reach it from the back side. Well, guess what? You can't. Well, there goes that lone wolf idea. So, I know many people get over that. I understand the want for a lone wolf. Most preppers prefer the security of not having people know what they're doing. Alright? They want to be left alone. I understand that, okay? But when you have civil unrest, things like that, it'd be nice to have someone watching your back, okay? And now, I'm not talking about some person you just met yesterday and, oh yeah man, we're bros, you know, brothers from a different mother type of stuff. No, I'm talking about someone that you actually train with, someone that you communicate with on a daily basis. They become a branch of your family, okay? That's what I mean by community, alright? Yeah, we have a lot of great subscribers here. I'm trying to build onto a broader aspect of community here in Apopka, Central Florida, because you know what, it helps establish communication lines and security for other people and your forces, okay? So yeah, something to think about, guys. Again, I'm not going to get into the whole YouTube drama that I've just stepped in. It seems like every time I try to help somebody out on something, it backfires. And I'm not talking about the most recent one, there's another one. But some of my close friends here on the channel, they already know who I'm talking about. So anyway, guys, y'all take care. And again, if y'all have not been over to Canadian Prepper's channel, definitely go check out his channel. You will not be sorry one bit. He is a very large YouTuber. He's had many years in YouTubing. So he's got plenty of videos, plenty of topics. Really nice guy. You know, go subscribe to him. You know, he's a good sized channel, so I mean, you know, he's been around for a good while. So anyway, guys, y'all take care, and I'll speak to y'all later.